What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Thursday, guys. I hope everybody is having a good week, locking up some deals, closing some deals, getting some shit assigned. Jordan, how you living today?
Blessed beyond belief, brother. Happy to be here for another day of live calls with the family. Yeah, ready to lock some shit up and make some shit happen. Let's make some money today.
Let's get it, bro. How about you, Nelson?
I am blessed as well. My wife is healthy. I am healthy. The kids are healthy, and we're back working another day. So I cannot complain, man. Every day that I wake up, you got to be happy. So I am ready to go. See what magic happens.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
go,
let's get
brother.
it, bro.
That's what
Let's
happens. The
get
older
it.
you get, when you get in your 20s, you're just like, dude, somebody's what's going on? Just like, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I'm going to make some money. And then you get to be damn near 40. You're like, look, my family's here. I'm good. It's all that matters. Money comes and goes.
Comes and goes,
Thanks,
but you got to
bro.
spend that good time with your family, make sure everybody's good. And health is the only thing we're not promised. So we got to make sure everyone's good all the time. That's the most important part.
There you go.
And got to be grateful, guys. But let's get into this action today. We got 8 contracts total so far. Feel like we're a little bit behind right now, but all I know is that we're going to be just pushing and pushing and pushing. And I've done 11 contracts in a week myself, so I'm not too worried. But we just got to get it going now.
You're averaging. I mean, at this point, it's the 15th. So tomorrow officially means that you're averaging a contract every other day.
Not bad in the grand scheme.
Not bad in the grand scheme. I mean, you could have got 9 if you wanted to lock up that guy the other day with the land and give yourself a headache.
Yeah, but I've had enough headaches in my career, Nelson.
Exactly. Not all money's good money.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know if this guy wants. He said 108. It's one. He said 18 with a money sign, 100,000. So I don't know if he wants. That's probably. I don't know if he wants 18,000 or 180,000. But we're gonna call him. We're gonna find out.
There's only one way to find out. Put him on the phone.
That's it.
Call him up.
Call him up. Call him up. Let's get it.
No, ¿para qué fecha necesitamos el vestido? Es que es verdad.
Okay, let me get this call going. My girl just came next to me with the more. So here we are. It's the typical Medellin way to talk to people, guys.
Alrighty, first phone call of the day.
No.
Hello.
Hey, Joel.
Yes.
Hey, this is Joey. We were just texting. I think you were texting Mary about the property up on West Lake Road.
Well, I might have. I don't know. I respond to a lot of things.
Okay, are you looking to sell the property 6949 West Lake Road?
Yes.
Okay, and was it 18,000 you said you were asking, or what were you asking to get for that property?
I need to have $185,000 as is.
Got it. Okay, and that's basically retail for the house, right?
I don't know what you mean by retail.
I'm just seeing on Zillow this estimate's like 187, so I'm guessing that's kind of like what it would be worth fully fixed up, right?
Yeah. You know, about Zillow or whatever, anybody, I put that on Marketplace about a year or so ago, and then within a week, there were about 4 other people that visited the same house. I don't know who those people were.
Really?
So they just come up with whatever.
Okay, understood. Okay, well, if I got you a number that made you happy, would you be ready to start the process today?
For the price I gave you.
Okay, well, I'll see if it's something we could do. I don't know 100% if I could be there, but I'll take you through the process and see if it's something we could get you. And are you the only decision maker on the deed, or is there anyone else who would have to be here for this call?
It's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also talking to another investor, and he's supposed to call me back today.
Got it. But if
So
we came to terms on numbers today, would you be ready to move forward with me like on this call?
I don't like it when you say terms. I gave you a price, and that's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
He's a
so
bit
I'm
of a
saying like
hard-
if I was able to get you that price, is it something that we could get the process started like right now on this call kind of thing? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, we can, as long as I have not made a commitment with the other guy. Because I don't like to break commitment.
Understood. Well, you haven't signed anything with them yet, right?
No.
Okay. So worst case, if we come to if we agree on numbers, then maybe we can make this work out right now. But basically the way my process works, I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about the property, and then I'll get you an offer on the call. If the offer makes sense for you, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. If you're good with everything on that agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to title. They'll keep you protected as a seller and us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date of your choosing to receive the money, and title would send that via wire transfer or certified check, whichever is easy. That'd be good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
But like I said, if it's anything below what I asked you can be higher if you want to, but it won't be low.
Understood. Typically, in my experience, it wouldn't be higher. I wish it could be, but I'll see if I could be at that. Understood. Well, you're always trying to get as much as you can out of it. I'm trying to get it for as low as I can. As long as we can meet somewhere in the middle that makes sense for both of us, and we can get a deal done today. Gotcha. Okay. So how's like the structure and foundation of the property?
It's good.
Okay. How old's the roof?
It's iron beam, but it's good.
Okay, it is pure beam. Okay, not a problem. Do you know the age of the roof?
A year.
Okay, 1-year-old roof. Okay, and
It
then
might be a year and 6 months maybe by now.
okay, not a problem. What about the electrical, plumbing, and HVAC? Is everything original to when the house was built, or have those things been updated?
Because I see PVC pipe under the house, and then that black, I forget what it's called, the cubic, the red and blue.
Okay. Do you have any idea when that was updated then?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. Understood. And then what about electrical? Is it like knob and tube wiring, or is the electrical been updated?
It doesn't have any aluminum wiring, not the old wiring. I think it has pretty good wiring.
Okay. How long have you owned the house for?
Probably a little over 3 years.
Okay, got you. Was there an inspection done when you had purchased it?
Well, no, because I'm part of the person that has it.
Understood. Okay. And I'm guessing.
It's a big unit. I don't know how old it is, but I did I did put a fan motor and a motor outside.
Okay. Okay. And is it public water and sewer, or is it septic and well?
It's public water and the sewer is septic.
Okay, public water and septic. Has the septic system been inspected?
Yeah, they did. They drained it out before they gave it.
Okay. And is I guess, do you know the age of the septic system?
I'm sorry?
Do you know the age of the septic system?
No.
Okay. Understood. Okay. And what time frame are you looking to close in if we could get this done for you?
Yesterday.
Okay, so you're looking to close relatively quickly.
Let me tell you that inside the house, I have restored or redone 3 of the bedrooms. When I bought it, it was supposed to be a 5-bedroom. Well, the 2 other bedrooms are the ones that converted the garage into 2 bedrooms. And I'm not going to touch those because they use it for exercise room and a shop. So the 3 bedrooms are ready to move in. Living room, dining room, and family room are all ready to move in. The kitchen, I need a
Seguro que has escuchado un montón de veces que
island top.
Okay, the countertops have to get done. Okay.
It's the island.
Gotcha.
The one.
Okay. And what's the reason that you're actually looking to sell?
Money.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I live about almost 200 miles away from
Oh. Where are you located?
in Dallas.
Got you. So yeah, Abilene's a far ways from there.
It's less than 200, I know. It's probably 185. But I just say 200.
Okay. Understood. And was this like, did you used to live in this house or something? Was this an investment for you? What's the story with that?
It's an investment. I
Okay.
used to live in the house 60 years, but most of my investments are in Abilene.
Okay, most of your stuff's in Abilene. Okay. And you had renters in here for a while, it sounds like?
I'm sorry?
You had tenants in here?
Well, not so much as tenants. I had a nephew in his place to stay, and he stayed there for like 3-4 months.
Got it.
Like a typical because, I've been paying, I've been doing that. And right now, there's a little room we call the bud room. And I'm working on the flooring for that one because I don't want it to be carpet. So I'll be working on that.
Understood. Okay, and how long you been investing for?
I'm sorry?
How long you been investing for into real estate?
How long have I been investing?
Yes, sir.
Before I retired. Even before I retired from teaching.
Oh wow.
For education.
So you've been doing it a long time then.
Oh, yeah.
And was it always buy and holds for you, or you ever do flips? What was the strategy for you?
Basically, to flip them.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so this one was kind of going to be a flip for you then.
Yeah, I started out that way till I got sick. I stayed away for about a year, and I went back to it. And I really didn't do much before.
Understood. Are you doing better now, or what's going on with your health?
Well, I'm good at that.
Good. Okay, thank God. Okay. Understood. So the property is just too far out for you. You don't want to keep basically dealing with it, maintaining it, stuff like that. And obviously not trying to rent it.
No, right.
Okay. And it's a 2,300 square foot home, right?
I have not put a pencil to it, but that's what they told me.
Okay.
Can you drop address?
Okay. Can you give me 1 minute? I'm just gonna put you on a brief hold, and I'll tell you exactly where we could be for an offer.
Okay.
All right, just 2 seconds, Joe. Okay, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. So he had this listed. Yeah, let me actually ask that really quick before I'm gonna drop this in the chat for you guys,
Okay,
and then
I got it.
Joe, one last question, really quick.
I'm sorry?
I have
I'm
one
looking
more
at the
question. I saw
property so I
that
can run some
you had
numbers.
this listed on the MLS. It was listed for, it looks like since last December, correct?
Like I told you, I listed it one time, and then all the other times they come out, it's not me doing it, somebody else. I don't think it's over there.
So you didn't sign documents with the realtor to list it from like December to basically May 1st, and it just got taken down?
Okay, I don't understand. Was the realtor that I had?
Yeah, you had a realtor list this for, it looks like about 5 months. It was listed at 209, then 199, then 194, 500. You're saying that wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. What year was that?
That was this year.
Oh, no, then it wasn't me.
Did you have a contract with someone maybe and they tried to list it? Did you sign another contract with someone?
Contract with someone, and I thought it was gonna be 45 days, and when I reread the contract, it said 6 months, so I could let it go for 6 months.
God, and then what happened when they had it under contract? They just couldn't sell it then?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
They had it listed at 220. And I never got a call from them for 6 months. I called them. I said, I think you need to go down if you want to sell that thing. So they did go to 199. But then their time was up.
Yeah, it looks like it's been listed since 2022 on and off, from like 188 to basically 194 was the most recent one.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't know who.
because typically if it doesn't sell on the MLS for that long, it's usually just because of the price. And obviously it was up at 194. So I'm thinking, I guess, what's the reason 185 has to be the solid number? Is that just, like, have you seen other homes sell for that, or is that just kind of what you need to get?
No, that's what I tell everybody, and they come up with a different number, trying to sell it.
Okay, because just looking at the listings and everything, I mean, I think even if you relisted it right now, you'd probably have to put it out at the 185, and you'd still have to pay the commissions, closing costs, and everything to list it with the realtor. If you didn't have to go through that, is there a better number that you could do where if you didn't have to deal with any of that stuff?
Because now it's sounding like a
So-
car dealer. Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
And our car is perfect.
Wait, say that again, brother?
Yeah. Sound like a car dealer. You know, you go by the used car lot and you are trading a car. Everything is wrong with your car, but everything's perfect.
Yeah. No, well, typically it's just off the data for us. So, like, if it was listed for 6 months, right, and it hasn't sold in 6 months, the only reason real estate doesn't sell is because it's priced wrong. And I'm thinking if it was at the lowest it was at was
I
one.
think that's the reason it doesn't sell because they want to sell it like retail after I tell them as is.
Well, that's the thing, because even if an as-is buyer was going to buy it for the 194 or something in that range, it would have sold when it was on the market. because it didn't sell when it was on the market.
What he's trying to do is to get me ready for a lower number.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, if I see it was listed at 194 and it was up for 6 months, I know it's not going to be worth 185 right now as is, because I mean that means it probably didn't sell because it still needs some work. And just looking at the pictures of the listing, I mean I'm gonna have to do at least a full interior rehab. Like we're gonna have to change out the kitchen, put floors, paint, probably do some work with the walls.
The floors are new.
Well, there's carpet in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that carpet, I mean, to get a retail value out of this, that carpet, there's no way I could sell it with that carpet in there.
Well, I think he had new carpet. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, say it again?
I said it has new carpet in.
Is it the same carpet though that I'm seeing in the pictures?
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
Have you seen a listing online? Are you by computer by chance?
No.
So the carpets that I'm looking at are like leopard looking or cheetah looking kind of. Is that not the carpets in there anymore?
That's been done for a long time.
Okay. So it's like
That was when they were trying to sell it. I guess I don't know.
okay, so since then you've basically updated it on the inside, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That and I had the 3 bedrooms already, kitchen, living room. The kitchen is not ready because it needs the top on the island.
Understood. Let me ask you this. Is this, if I'm just being straight up, I don't think I could be at the 185 if I'm doing it straight cash. Because basically I think that's what retail value is. I think that it would probably sell fully fixed up done to the nines for about 200 grand max. Just looking at the numbers that sold. Anything on the lake, that's what's selling a little bit higher, obviously, but I know this isn't directly on the lake. So I'm thinking 200K is probably retail for it. And I mean, even if there are new carpets in there, we'd still probably have to do the kitchens and bathrooms. So that's probably going to be another, call it 30 grand in work that we'd have to put into this. So if I bought it for 185, I could sell it for 200. I got to put 30 grand of work into it. I'd literally be losing money the day we bought it. So I mean, if we did it straight cash, what if we came in? I mean, is there any better that you could do than the 185? Because I'd probably be in the lower 100 range, honestly, to get this done cash.
I don't know. I have to think about it. I'll wait for your offer, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Well, if I could do 105,000 cash, is that something you'd consider?
Of course not.
Okay. I mean, anything close to that number would you consider? Because it's just if I got to put 30 grand of work into this, I can only sell for.
I'm still not moving. So if you go from 185 to 105, then you're totally off my ball field.
Meet me in the middle somewhere.
Maybe you need to try another house.
Understood. I just want to make sure that you're not getting your time wasted by other investors too, because if someone's selling you 185, they're going to go list it again for you. It didn't sell the first time. It's probably going to be the same exact experience, and it's just going to be sitting there. I mean, the only way I could get anywhere near that 185 number would be not cash. Like, is there any way if I could come closer to that number, you would take payments on it?
And then what?
If I could come closer to that 185, would you consider payments on it? Like basically, if I can make you equal monthly payments to get you closer to that number, is that something you consider?
I might.
Okay. So where could you meet me if we could do the monthly payments and get this done today? What would be a number that we could meet at?
No, I can't. I can't tell you that right now. Make an offer.
What if I could do 150 grand and just do it in payments?
If you do the 150 grand, then what?
And we did it in payments, 150 grand, and we just did it all in payments.
The down payment would be 150.
No. It would be 150 grand total, and we would do it in payments.
No, I don't think so.
Where would you have to be comfortable doing it in payments?
I won't be anything comfortable unless I get back what I told you.
So if I got you 185,000 and I made it in straight monthly payments, equal installments, you'd be happy with that if I could actually get you the full 185?
Gosh, I don't follow what you're trying to tell me there.
I'm saying if I was able to get you the price that you're looking for 185 grand. If I agreed to do that number, I cover all the closing costs, there's no commissions, so you would get that full number, we would just do it over time. Is that something that you would consider?
Okay, what do you mean by overtime?
It would be over time, meaning I would make you monthly payments. So instead of you renting it out to a tenant, having to deal with tenants, you would basically just sell me the house. It's called an owner finance, and I would just make you equal monthly payments every month until we got to that 185. And then this would basically just essentially be a fixed income for you.
At what interest rate?
Typically, if I'm gonna come up to your price, we're gonna get it at my terms. I mean, it would just be straight monthly payments. Because I'd be giving you, it's all, if I'm being honest with you, if you listen with the realtor right now, you're gonna get around, if it's sold for 180, you're not getting the full 180 in your pocket, obviously.
No, I put that 185. I told you. I'm not gonna be selling it for 185.
Well,
I mean, if a realtor gets it, it'd be a lot higher. But if he sells, fine. If he
This
doesn't,
guy's delusional. He doesn't understand it didn't sell on the market.
no,
I'm like you're an investor.
The
absolutely.
realtor already had it.
Not as big as you, but I am an investor.
Okay. And that's why I'm trying to see if we could work something out. Because obviously, if this is just a secondary property for you, you go sell it for 185 right now, you're going to be dealing with a lot of capital gains taxes. If we did it the other way, where we just did it straight payments over time, and I've done this with many other investors, literally just like yourself in the past.
So every time you finance something, you got to pay tax, interest. And you're saying no, we're just gonna pay you out. You can make a payment of $1,000 goes to principal, and that's not right.
Well, typically the reason that we would do it that way is because I'm giving you about. Typically, because we'd be overpaying for the property right now at the 185. Because obviously, if I did it cash, we'd have to be in lower 100 grand range.
Like a used car salesman, you know. It's okay. You can do something fine. You cannot do this. I'm okay.
Yeah, so we could do the 185. We just got to come to terms on the payments, essentially. As long as we could agree on monthly payments that make sense for both of us, then we could get this done today for you.
How much down payment would y'all give?
Typically, as little down as possible, because whatever I put down, I'd honestly just put into the house. Because the goal for me is to rent it out to somebody and do it that way. So the last one I did like this, if I'm being honest, I just paid the closing cost. I made the first monthly payment, and we began the deal like that. And we closed in about 30 days.
See, for me, I gotta have cash to keep them going.
Okay, and what do you
What's that?
what do you mean by keep on going? Like, are you going to be buying another property with the money from this?
Oh yeah.
Understood.
I can't keep sealed.
No, that makes sense. Because if you need the money of this to buy another property, then the payments doesn't make sense for you at all.
No, at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. Because the only time we do payments is if it's like you don't need the money right now. Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, Joel.
What's that?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Could you say what you said one more time?
On the payment.
Yeah.
Because I could loan you some money. I don't like that.
No, it's not that you're loaning me money. You just are becoming the bank now on the house. Like, we're taking title of the house. We're doing it that way. But if I'm being honest, if you need the money to buy another house, then it's not going to be a good decision for you. Like, that doesn't make sense for you. As I said, it got to make sense for both of us. It's if you need that money right now, then it's better. I would just go list it with the realtor at this point and maybe try to do it that way.
Right now, it's just that if I'm going to sell something, it's because I'm going to buy something else.
Understood. And if you're going to be buying something else, that's what I'm trying to say. Then it's better you just cash out on this fully. Either sell it to an investor a little bit cheaper, or list it with the realtor.
Yeah, I said I look for my houses the way you look for yours.
Definitely. I mean, we're investors. We both got to make money. And me buying it at 185 cash, I'd be losing money. And you and I both wouldn't lose money on a deal. I think we both know that. So it's just figuring out, can we work something out here? And if you're stuck at that 185 number as a cash deal, there's just no way I could get it done for you. That the only other way I could would be the payments. Because even if I try to do what the other people did and list it, it was already up. It didn't sell at 194. So the first thing anyone's going to say when they go see it on the market again is, why would I pay 200 for it or 210 for it when he had it at 194 and it didn't sell? You know what I mean?
Well, I know exactly what you mean.
Definitely. Well, look, what I'll do, I'll circle back in a couple weeks to see where everything's at with you. If you need help with the realtor, I have local realtors to you that we could refer you to as well, if that would help. But I think the best option is honestly probably going to be just going with that realtor. I wouldn't try to go with an investor if they're going to tell you 185, because they're just telling you a number to make you happy, and they're just going to be wasting your time.
All righty.
Okay, I appreciate your time today, Joel. You have a great rest of your day, brother. Okay, guys, unrealistic seller to start the day. Let's go.
Yeah, I just talked to one myself. This guy's asking $850 for a property that I offered $340 on. I'm like, brother,
Joey, that
ain't gonna
dude is
work.
like getting me frustrated. You're better than me.
Oh, I can't get mad at these people, because this is what I had to learn one day, Nelson. The unfortunate fact of real estate. It is this guy's, and you Texas people would appreciate this. It is his American right
There
to
you
sell
go.
that property at whatever fucking price he decides.
There you
It's
go.
his right. Like, I can't force anyone to do anything, and he's the owner. So it's like, he wants to sell his house for $1 million fucking dollars. I can't
List it.
control that, unfortunately. Go list it, have fun, get your time wasted. But what I'm always gonna do at the end of every call, guys, is I'm gonna at least try to educate them, leave them with something a little bit better than I left them with, or I started with. Because at the end of the day, let's just not let them get their time wasted either. If he wants to waste his own time, be my guest. That would have been a good owner finance if I got it 0 down, 0 interest. But I was already like,
He'll
that
get
was
there
so
eventually, dude,
overpriced.
because
There's just none.
He'll get there eventually. Because the funny thing is, even a realtor is probably going to eventually tell him, well, you already had this listed at 187, so it wouldn't. If you're a realtor, you wouldn't even take this and try to list it for higher, because you can look and see you won't even be able to sell it. So you'd be wasting your time as a realtor.
Definitely. That's what it is.
It's his American dream. Ugh.
1 second. Oh, let's pray to God, guys, that this is the Wi-Fi. Oh, it's Alberto. I thought it was the fucking Wi-Fi finally, guys.
Thought it was the
Get it
Starlink.
up. No, my boy's here from Ecuador for the next week and a half. That's the one that's been cutting up some of our videos for us.
Oh yeah, dude. He's got that work on him. He got that nice work.
Yeah, bro. He's very good at what he does. All right. So call me Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Okay.
Yo, what up, D? How's it going? You're back here, back on the live, watching these boys close out deals.
That's good. Salt Lake closer go.
Salt Lake closing. Had to take a break. He's got to close another deal. Oh, you know what? Let me see what I've got over here that I can put in private chat for you.
Oh yeah.
I think I got some private chat stuff.
Let's go. We got the fucking. So we got a closing going on in Cincinnati, and it was supposed to close on tomorrow. And as always in wholesale deals, it's not closing on time. The lender
Never.
was told us we were going to be good for Friday. Now they're trying to like switch to their title company. It's like, what the fuck you guys
What the
trying to
hell?
do?
It's always
And,
something.
yeah, dude, you were not wrong.
It's always something.
David Bell said they owe me Wi-Fi and free lunch at this point, bro. You were not lying, man. Amor, te llamo Manuela para nosotros
Ay,
Wi-Fi.
mi amor, no me estreses consultar, Manuela. Llámala, seguro no lo quiero llamar.
You know what? This one is Riverdale, Illinois. You want it? Oh, you're on. Oh, you muted me. All right. Well, you're gonna get it anyway. All right. So I'm dropping leads. About how much is a lead? Oh, my bad, D. Let me see what you got for me. It's $99 to get in, and then you buy leads separately. No, it's not $99 to get in and buy leads separately. It's $99, and you get 25 of these bangers, and then you start calling folks. So we don't sell them separately unless you want to get exclusive leads. This lady has 2 properties, so I'm gonna drop a crap load in your private chat.
Let's do it. Let's get some deals, get some contracts.
I think it dropped both of them in there. Let me see. Actually, I don't know if it dropped everything.
Oh, let's go. Some nice cheap ones. Tenants will move out. Decent shape, rent it out.
As a matter of fact, I feel like it's not sending the whole thing, but either way. I'll copy it and paste it a little bit at a time for you.
Oh, yeah. I got one other person that just said, call me.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. Don't let me hold you up. This one will be waiting for you.
We'll do both.
All right, there you go. That's both the same person. Let me get you the rest of their info. D, if I answered your question, I think I answered your question, D, so just let me know if you have any other questions. All right, we're on back on the phone. I'm on mute.
Let's get it.
Yo ni sabía. Entonces me dijo que no, que con cualquier vestido, porque esa no era la real va a ser el otro año. Cierto, yo creo que vamos a tener que ir a Zara a buscar uno bien chévere, porque esto por acá por esas vainas es muy caro. Y para alquilar eso, por un ratito también sería otra vez.
Please leave your message.
Ajá, pero a mí no le cae uno ni por un rato. Y alquilar uno ni siquiera sabe qué energías tendrá eso, ¿sí o qué? Es mejor, no, comprarlo nuevo. Yo he visto muy bonitos ahí, en Zara, en solo, yo vi ahí. ¿Dónde? Ay, es que yo averigué y me dijo que solamente los tenían en alquiler, a 150 el alquiler. Yo dije, no, yo pensé que eran vendidos. Y otro que me gustó mucho, están 300.
This Texas guy.
360. Pero se demora de 3 a 4 días para llegar.
Let's see what we can
Caribe
do.
después.
Oh, Jordan's back.
Yo
There
dije
we go.
donde no se aseguró la
What you
plata.
smiling at over there, Jordan?
Just David Bell giving you more shit about that Wi-Fi over there, brother.
No,
Dude.
¿cuál es esa página? ¿Cómo llama?
This is bullshit.
So I
We've been waiting
dropped
like a week.
Joey the 2 properties over there in Illinois. So that means I got a share. So I'm gonna drop you this Memphis, Tennessee, Who doesn't love a good deal in Memphis, Tennessee? They're always cheap over there.
Yeah.
Send
If
it over
you
once
want
you
it
get
to
it,
be-
Jordan. We got another one we're marketing right now. Let's go.
Oh yeah, there you
Oh,
go. All right, let me see if I can
yeah.
get all these notes. It's a lot of notes in here, so let's see if it copies and pastes.
I bet.
I
just
don't
separate
know if
these.
it's got all the notes.
Okay. Oh, we got that in there. What is the Addy?
All right, it only lets me put so much. So there's the first part. Here's the second part, and then I'll put the phone number and name in here with you.
All right, thank you, sir. I'll call it right now.
All right. And this is, again, anything I usually send over is a yesterday conversation. So I think Zillow has this at like 72 and he said 65 negotiable. So maybe you can walk them down. And then if you walk them down, I'll need my percentage for the layup.
Got you, brother.
Dude, I don't think I can, but I feel like Memphis is a great Section 8 rental property hub for
Yeah.
somebody, and you can get them there for so dirt cheap. I just don't want to deal with that drama too far away.
Nah, I feel you.
That's when you bring in the big closers, Nelson. That's what we're here for.
Hey, close it out. You see, you know what it is? I'm the opener. People
That's
don't
it.
talk about the opener enough. They're always talking about the closer. You got to be, I'm the opener.
Shit.
Nelson's what we call the fronter, guys. He's the
There you go,
fronter.
the front man. I'm the front man.
And I'm the put me in coach, man. Come on.
There you go. Hey, you know what? In life, you got to know your skill set, and like we keep saying, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold.
True.
That's it. We should make our fucking theme song The Gambler. Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, we got to. I don't wonder if I play it, will it hear it on here? Will it catch it on stream?
We can put it in. You can actually physically put it in StreamYard. Like, you
yeah?
media assets. You could like add. You could add it into the media somehow.
Okay.
If you have like the MP3 to it, you just click add music. If you look on the right side, that'd be fun.
Oh, there's got to be a way. Now that I think about it, with this, there's got to be a way to like run Pandora for people that are listening. For like if we're not on the phone with anybody or something like that.
There gotta be a way. I know that we can. I mean, we have the bullshit on here. I just don't like it. Listen, this is what we have.
Oh yeah, that's the BS.
Some elevator music.
You know what? Now that I'm in here in Streamlabs, let's see if they have an audio capture. They should just have like a plug-in widget, like Pandora plug-in.
That would be nice.
So Wi-Fi killing the vibe, the lo-fi. Wi-Fi.
It makes you want to close quicker, I guess.
It's like, get
now
me out
you're
of
gonna
here.
be all sad on the phone with the seller, like, yeah, you don't have to sell it. It's all cool.
It's all good, man.
There you go. All right, drop
Jordan's
that
about to start freestyling up here.
Exactly. Freestyle, Jordan.
Yeah, now you have to, bro. Now you have to.
You have no choice.
Y'all don't know nothing about that life, brother.
One line, Jordan. One line. 3 lines,
No,
actually.
no.
3 bars. Come on.
I refuse.
Hello.
Hey, is this Linda?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I think you were talking to someone on my team yesterday about some properties in Riverdale.
Stop the music.
You're looking to sell right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Let me just pull both of them up. So I'm looking at the one on LaSalle Street first. You're looking for, I think, 75 to 85 grand on that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and if I got you an offer that made you happy, would you be ready to start the process today?
The only problem is I have a squatter in it.
Okay.
And so I'm
We can
going
deal
through
with
the
that.
process with that now.
We're gonna get that for free.
Yeah, that's one thing. And then the other one, I have a tenant because she's moving out the end of the month.
Okay, so the one with the squatter in it, is it something that you're close to getting them out? Or is it something if we worked out a good number for both of us that we could kind of deal with it for you?
Just depending on what the deal is.
Okay.
Because with the things going on now, when we haven't taken the course in, they have a program that will pay his late rent. But
but I'm still, still suffering regardless. It's too much. My husband is sick, and it's too much for me to handle.
Got it. Okay, understood. Because we could, I mean, it's obviously gonna have to be at a price that makes sense for us to kind of get them out. Because like usually, sometimes we won't even go through the court. Maybe we'll just give them some money to get out, even though it's not the ideal situation. But I mean, we literally have one we're closing on in Texas right now. That we're closing with the squatter still in there, kind of thing. So we've dealt with this
Well,
before.
the price is right. I can do it at this point. Like I said, these bills are. My
Okay.
husband is a vet, and I've been taking him to the VA hospital, thinking that him being a vet, the services is free. They just got a bill yesterday for $8,000.
Oh boy.
And I'm just like, I guess they say he makes too much money, but I don't see it.
Understood.
Yes, I'm really having a rough life out now.
No, I got you. Well, hopefully I could get this figured out for you right now, and we could just get this done, so you won't have to keep worrying about this stuff.
Okay, well, I said the price is right there. We can deal with it, but I've had a whole lot of people calling, and everyone wants to, really, really lowball me, and I just to do that, I would just keep the property. My son is moving back in town. Oh Lord, I'm trying to cook. My son is moving back in town, and I think it's something. So if I don't, I'll just let him, let him deal with it. If I don't, I want to sell it, but if not, rather than lowball it, I'll just give it to him,
No,
he could probably do something with it, but that's
If
what
he
I'm at right
owns it
now.
outright, it could be a
I
good
had
sell
one
for
guy
him.
that, so he even had it on the market for a minute, and the guy, they were supposed to just buy it right out. That's what I thought they were doing. The next thing I know, which I didn't even know they were putting it on the market. The tenant told me that it was on the market. So I didn't put the property on the market. I said I didn't know either.
this is one that they're squatting?
No, the other one.
Okay.
And she said, yes, it's on the market for they had it on the market for $89,000. And then it dropped to the $75,000. And then at that point, I just called and told them, that wasn't the agreement. That you guys are just gonna buy it, and then I could have put it on the market myself. Because I really wanted to get rid of it, quickly. So that's what happened there.
And they didn't tell you they were going to be listing it?
No, they just said they were gonna buy it right out.
Nah, I don't like that.
Next thing I know, it's on the market.
Nah, I've listed properties, trust me, like I do that strategy, but if that was the route we were taking, you were gonna know before it goes up.
No, I knew nothing.
Yeah, like this might be better to get it done as a straight cash deal, honestly. I mean, if it's in good condition, maybe we could go that route, but it sounds like you just want to do this quick and easy. So yeah, we could get this figured out. And then is your husband, it's your husband and you on the deed, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Would he have to be here for this call, or are you kind of just dealing with the decisions?
I knew everything.
Okay. So he would just physically have to sign off then?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it easy then. So the way my process works, I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions about both the properties.
Okay.
And then I'll get you an offer on this call. If we're both good with everything with the offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. As long as you're good with everything in the agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to title. They'll keep you guys protected as the sellers and me as the buyer. And then we'll just pick a closing date you're choosing to receive the money, which title would send via wire transfer or certified check, whichever is easier for you guys. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's start with the one on South Edbrook Ave. That is the one with the squatter, correct?
No, the other one.
Okay, so we'll start with the one without the squatter then. So on that one, how is like the foundation and structure of it?
Everything is fine. And the roof is about 10 to 12 years old. I had a furnace and a hot water heater put in. I got pictures of the inside because I just sent it to somebody else.
Okay.
But the lady's still in there. I got about 10 pictures of the inside. The lady's still in there. She's in the process. She had boxes everywhere, but you can see the basics of it.
Gotcha.
If you want me to send them to you.
Yeah, if you could send them, that would be cool too. This is my cell phone. If you could just send it right here while we're on the call.
Okay, let me send them that. Hold on.
All right, I got you. Smelling a deal.
Smelling a dealio. Hey, you're next,
Gracias, Senor
Joel.
Nelson.
Say it again.
Gracias.
Oh no, it's what I do, brother. I'm the opener, doing my job.
That's why you're Newleey. We could put a closer next to your name, but we got to keep Newleey next to your name.
I like
That's
opener.
where
I'm
we
gonna
need
stick
you.
with the opener. I could never do what you guys do.
All right, hold on 1 second, Jen. Hold on.
Okay, I'm sending them now.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. Yes, I'm okay. No, I didn't.
Okay. He had to change it to both. He said, let me just let him know really quick.
Oh, backed it up. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, I got you.
We'd be in trouble.
All right, we're gonna run some comments while she's doing this. So it's rented out for $1,200 a month. That's a good thing. The only bad thing is there's all the cash comps around 45 off market, which means that's probably where we're gonna be. But she's asking, oh, she's asking 55.
Okay, yeah.
Determination on whether
No,
or not.
I hear you, James.
And we just simply don't do internet transactions. I don't feel comfortable with them. And like the idea of a human being coming to our home, presenting us with physical documents and leaving with signed documents. That's been profitable for us, and it's been trustworthy for us on all 4 properties we've sold thus far. I'd like to continue doing that. I do not want to do any type of internet transaction.
Okay, I hear you. And a quick question for you, James. What are you looking to get for this property?
The asking price is $65,000.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're good.
All right.
You're
Well,
good. Sometimes we gotta hang up
James,
to send
just
the
a little
pictures.
bit about
It's
how
all
our
good.
process works. If
No, I didn't
just
hang
going to
up.
ask you a few more questions about kind of specific
idea.
details about the property to help me get a better understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, I
over
got them.
there,
I'm looking
and,
at them
once
right
I have
now.
all
So
the
everything looks
information
pretty
that I
clean in
need.
there. It's definitely probably gonna need some cosmetic work. It's looking like, but it's
Right,
not.
yeah, it definitely, and the floors are, I had someone come out and do the floors, the wooden floors, but they didn't do a good job on them, so they definitely have to be redone.
Okay.
And like I said, they did the house right next door. Someone bought it and they fixed it up, and they were selling it for $175,000 back in October, if I'm not mistaken. And they did a
Really?
real, you can look at the pictures of it. It's 139 24 South Denver.
Let me see if I can find that. 13924.
South Denver.
Let me check it out. Oh, cool. When did this close? I'm seeing when this closed. Oh no, this was back in 2023 though, so that's a little too far back.
Yeah, okay.
But there's
I knew it was
that value over here. I just don't know if we can get that high, just because the market's kind of slowed down since then.
And then they sold one right down the street. The guy, he really had it. He picks it up himself. And he sold it for $220,000.
Gotcha.
And I just have the time, the energy, anything that goes along with that. So.
No, that makes sense. Okay. And I guess on the mechanicals, is everything original to when the house was built, like the electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, or have those things ever been updated?
Nothing has been updated since I've had the property for maybe 6 years. 7 years.
And did you ever was the house ever rewired, anything like that, or is all that stuff original?
No, well, I haven't had any complaints at all, so I don't know. But
Okay, and then the plumbing as well, same thing?
I'm sorry?
The plumbing as well, the same thing? It's probably original, but it's all working?
Yeah, everything's working. But like I said, it's probably the original.
And is there HVAC in there?
Oh, what?
HVAC, like heating, ventilation, air conditioning?
It's not, I'm trying to think, it is air conditioning.
Air and conditioning. Okay, so there is AC in there. Is it central or it's window units though?
Central.
Okay. Gotcha. And it's a 2-bed, 1-bathroom, correct?
Yeah, 2 bed, 1 bath.
Okay, and how old is the roof again? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what was that?
How old's the roof on it?
Oh, okay, I'm not sure, maybe 10 to 12 years. The other one I just had a roof put on it.
Okay, about 12 years old. Okay. And then public water and sewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's public water and sewer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And okay, that one's public water and sewer. And then if we could do like a 30 to 60 day close, would that be good for you guys?
Real good.
Cool. Okay. And then what's the reason that you're looking? I know I'm guessing with the squatter, it's because they're squatting at this
No,
point.
not that one. Well, like I said, my husband, he used to do all the work, and I just got back from Texas, and the grass was too, the girls supposed to keep the grass, cut and stuff, and I mean, it's just too much. And my husband, like I said, he was doing all the work on the property, and he decided he can't walk now, so he can't do
Oh,
work. So it's just
jeez.
too much, and I'm just ready to, like I said, if I can't get it sold, then I'm gonna try it for another couple of, maybe a month or so. And I can't get it, so I'm just gonna wait till my son comes in and just that, because it's just too much right now.
No,
I'm just gonna let him take over and, what they're doing.
understood. And what's going on that he can't walk now? Is this something that happened with the service?
He had a bunch of dementia. He has cancer. That they took a vein out of his leg, down his back and his leg, and he has not been able to walk. And so
Oh,
he's in a
jeez.
wheelchair and a walker. And he do all the work. And we have about 3 homes in his side of property built. But with the money from the sale, get the property, I'm going to do so. We're going to get the 3 flats. I haven't done any work with 3 flats. It needs a lot of work. It's in a prime location. It's right across from Chicago State. So I just had the insurance. People come out and they gave me, the property's worth $1 million, so, which I don't think so, but I'm just gonna, go ahead and move the money I get from the sale of the properties. I probably invest and try to get number 12 occupied. Because I just have to look it over there. And plumbing and electrical.
Okay. How have you been dealing with everything with him being in the wheelchair and stuff?
Yeah, I'm not. It's just been
I can imagine.
sleep, it's a lot going on.
No, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm dealing. We have a couple other properties we're closing on with people in similar situations to you right now, unfortunately. And I know it's just.
Especially with the money situation, I'm used to getting $10,000-$15,000 a month, and now with the squatter and everything else, it's just I'm not spending more than I'm bringing in.
Definitely.
And I'm just tired. Because I was getting $1,500 for the one on the sale, the first who got in there and started squatting. He came in to do some work in the property. And then he said his wife had was paying me a bob, but she's in his wife is so she's in hospice. So I was getting $1,500 for that one, and I was getting $1,200. I started out $1,200 for the room. And then I just felt bad because I wanted to sell it. So I told the girl, the person I said, well, she had too much security in it. And I said, well, you can, because I thought I would, like I said, I've been seeing all these ads, buying this, that I would be, be able to get rid of it fast. And so I let her, after the 2 months, and that was it. So it's actually not working. And I'm probably going to put the other property on, probably get a realtor or something to handle it, so I don't have to even have to deal with that.
This is not the 2 that we're talking about. This is the other residents you guys have.
Yeah.
Okay, because that one's more like you're saying it's like obviously like a retail kind of property.
Yeah.
Okay, no, understood. Because we could work with you on the other one. Like, let's get these two figured out first. I feel like this is the more stressful ones. It sounds like on you, so I want to get that done first. And then if I can help you on the other one, I'm not a realtor, but
Okay, well, send me an offer. I'm gonna take my number to the doctor, so let me get them together.
okay. Is there a better time that we could talk then? That you have another like 20, 30 minutes?
Back in a couple hours.
Oh.
Back in a couple hours. I should be back.
Okay, I'll give you a call around like 3 then, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to work both these out for you now that I'm looking at
Okay, well,
everything.
give me a call, let me know. Okay,
Okay,
thank you so much.
okay, thank you. Take care. We're getting into the rapport, we're getting deep, and then she said she had to go take her husband to the doctor right now. That's a follow-up I need to make this afternoon because I will 100% get a contract on those, and not just get a contract. That's not what this is about. I will close that one.
Seems like she's ready to sell, like she wants to go. So I think you know, it's all in the follow-up.
100%.
What about you, Jordan? What's going on with that Memphis one? Did you talk to him?
Chance we might end up doing
Oh, he's on
business,
the phone.
again. What is your name? I've been talking with you all this time, and I know
No, Jordan doesn't even introduce himself. Come on,
talking with
Jordan.
you. And I'll
I'll be
put a
right
name
back.
with the number. When the person calls back, I have some inkling on who I'm speaking to. What
Yeah.
is your name again, please, sir?
Yeah, no, definitely, sir. I told you in the beginning, my name is Jordan, and if it helps you remember, like Michael Jordan, best basketball player around. I always make that joke. It helps people remember
Sounds
me.
like a winner to me, Jordan. Sounds like a winner to me.
I like to think of
And
myself that way, sir.
and I appreciate you. We'll put a name with this number, Jordan, and the fact that we discussed the property at 1722 Holman. Get back with me. I pretty much told you what I ended up doing.
Yeah. I would love to see if we
The way
can
I
make
handled it. And so,
Go ahead.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Jordan?
yes, sir.
Lose you?
No, I'm still here. I was just saying, I would love to see if we can make that price that you're asking work. I just need to know a little bit more about the condition of the property specifically. Not a whole lot, but I would be curious about the foundation and the structure, how the roof is holding up, and kind of how the mechanicals are doing. So, in regards,
Yes, sir. Most of the properties that I've had, I had somebody come by and inspect it before the sale went down on it.
Mhm.
And I've had some people come by and take a look at this one as well. That's normally the way it's done. On it, rather than somebody, putting an offer on its sight unseen. That would probably, in my mind, be the ideal situation to have either yourself if you're out of town or a representative of yours to come by and give you a complete rundown on the property. That's where I've sold properties in the past. But
sure.
Get back with me. Let me know what's going on. Don't hesitate too long. I've talked with a couple of investors in the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And somebody else might be taking the property. So go ahead and call me back and let me know what we can do.
Well, I mean, I got you right here, James. I'd hate to let you go before I got information about the property from you. You don't know what the condition of the foundation or the structure is right now?
Well, like I said, it was a boarding house for many years. I think I might have a small leak in the kitchen ceiling. And if I keep the property, then of course I'm gonna go ahead and get that repaired. But I noticed that when we checked the property out a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if I keep it, I'll just do a small repair on that. But other than that, we painted the bathrooms before we vacated the property.
Sure.
And there was one bathroom upstairs. We hadn't painted the rest of the units and that kind of thing. But overall, the property's in good shape. Like I said, I had managed it there for 25 years.
Yeah.
And no, I said, not 25 years, 20 years. They were there. And they did a good job with letting me know if I had a problem. We addressed it quickly. And it's been very profitable for me. That property was able to use proceeds from that spring clear property to pay off other investment properties and to also pay off my primary residence as well. So it's been good. I was probably average full retirement, and I don't think I want to do that anymore. But I'm just gonna keep the other 3 I have and go ahead and possibly sell this one. It's probably been very profitable for me, and I'm not gonna try to run another 4 boarding houses. I got 3 now, plus single family homes, and I made mention to you about the one apartment building, and made mention to you about the 6 unit that I'm gonna do the repairs in that one and put it on the market and sell it. I keep kicking myself. The gentleman gave me a very generous offer on it just probably about a year before it caught fire downstairs.
Okay.
And I should have jumped on it like a duck on a June bug, but I did not.
Yeah,
I should have, but what I'll end up doing, is going on doing those repairs, and I think rather than try to rent it out again, I'm just gonna put it on the market. I got some interest in the property, and I think I'm gonna call that same gentleman back who made me what I felt like was a generous offer. I keep kicking myself for not taking it several years ago.
Yeah,
And
I hear you.
call him back again, and if he still has interest in it at that same time, I'll let it go.
Okay.
But we got a few repairs to do that. I'm not trying to rent out any of the apartments with that 1 unit that needs renovation. There's some smoke damage in some of the adjacent units, and so we got to go in and do nothing else to do some repainting in those adjacent units.
Okay. Quick question for you, James. Would you be interested in selling that 6 unit in as-is condition before you went in there and did repairs? Because I'd be interested in making you an offer on that as well if you're looking to sell that right now too.
Well, one property at a time, Jordan. I've learned that I deal with one property at a time. Right now, my scope is on the property that we initially called about.
Yeah, on Holman.
Yes, sir. And that's the property that I'll concentrate on right now. I do have plans on renovating the property for the reason that I know what the other gentleman would pay for a property in pristine condition. It was a pretty good price on it. So I'm not so much interested in selling it along that line.
Okay.
But like I said, if we do end up doing business on the property on Holman, I might listen to what you're saying as far as an offer on that property.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get there. I think I have enough information in regards to the condition of the property to kind of dive into the numbers and see if I can make that asking price work at $65,000. I do have one more question for you, and it's not about the property specifically. I'm just a curious man. And I heard you say that you're kind of easing out of the rental business. You're reducing your portfolio when you're done being a landlord. So I guess I'm just wondering what's next in the life of James. What do you plan to do after you kind of liquidate your portfolio? What's the plan?
Whatever I want to do, Jordan. I was a Memphis police officer, retired police captain for 33 years. I've been retired for about 20 years. My wife is a retired teacher, and we just want to do whatever we want to do, And of course, like I said, I am. I might not sell everything I got. I might still run the boarding houses, but most of the single family homes I probably sell. And like I said, I probably won't go back to trying to be a landlord with the apartments. Probably what I'll end up doing is fixing it up and contacting that same gentleman and see if that same offer's on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
I don't blame you.
Like I said, when we end up doing business on the one on home, and then I might be interested in seeing what you're talking about with the property as is.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do, James. If you can give me about 3 to 5 minutes, I'm just going to place you on a brief hold. I'm going to go take a look at the neighborhood and check the comparable properties in the area, and I will get back to you with an offer for you, and we'll see if we can make something happen here. Okay.
Appreciate you, Jordan.
All right, sir. I'll be right back.
Talk to you again, sir.
Don't hang up on me. I'll be right back. I'm just going to place you on a brief hold. 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that'll be fine. Yes, sir. I'm driving and talking to you.
All right. No, I appreciate your patience, James. I'll be quick. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Almost got hung up on over there.
Ooh, we kept him. Man, this dude's This dude's a treat, brother. Every time I asked about the condition, he just kept telling me about everything but the condition. I think the foundation and structure is solid. It sounds like there's a small leak in the roof, so I think it's going to need some work for sure. It's been vacant for a year. And can we do 65K? I think we might be able to get close to it. This dude won't do internet business, as he says, so we're gonna have to get a notary out to him to get the document signed if we come to an agreement on price. But
Why won't he do internet business?
oh, I don't know, bro. He said he's not doing internet business. He needs a 14-day close, and so I like just tried to dodge around those points to get to the fact where I can make an offer. And then if we agree on numbers, we can work all the rest of that out. He said I can send it over to his wife's email. He's open to reading through it, so maybe I could convince him to sign it if the number makes sense. But
Oh, this is James.
yeah, oh dang, this property is 3,100 square feet. Holy!
On
Wait, so
PropWire,
is
it
there
has
another one in
it has it at
Cordova?
2,000 square foot.
It
Oh,
says
his
2,000
mailing
on.
address. You guys have me all confused.
Last sell price was 32,086. It says
Dang, and that's 2,000 square feet. It says on PropWire.
on PropWire it has it as 150 value, 3.1, 2,061 square foot. But I do know it does say something different on Zillow. So
Yeah, he said it was a 4.2, so maybe he did an
maybe it
addition
did some
at some
update.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me run it at 3,000 and see what we're talking about here. That's probably going to be a pretty significant
Well, you see, there
rehab.
was a listed price. Somebody must have tried to do an ovation back on it in 24, listed for 78.
Yeah, he said he had a bad experience with another wholesaler, and he's not willing to work with anybody who's wholesaling. So I gotta overcome that hesitation and objection. But
How do
I
you
think
overcome that one, Jordan?
that's a good question. I'm gonna try to sympathize with him and having a bad experience, and just try to ensure him that it's not going to be that same way with us. And I'm confident if I give you a number, I can close in that number. I won't give you a number I don't feel confident we can perform on. So
something like that. I hope you don't feel better.
I would just ask him what's the hesitation or what happened with the other wholesaler. Get all the ammo of whatever happened, and then
I did.
guarantee you don't do business. Okay.
I did. He said he wants to close in 2 weeks because he doesn't deal with wholesalers. And I said, why? He said, I had a bad experience. I said, talk to me about it. He said, lock me up for 30 days. I was rejecting other offers, yada, yada. Dude didn't close, and I'm not doing that again. And I said, all right, well.
I would tell him, hey, to get you done in 14 days, this is the price I need to be at. And then I would just hit him up
$2.
Yeah.
What are we thinking on a rehab on this? What do you think? I'm thinking like 50K or something close to it. If it's 3,000 square feet, and I'm gonna have to be significantly lower than 65 if that's the case.
Yeah, well, I think this is kind of like the last guy that had the lady with them. I don't think if you hit him with 30, he'll probably just hang up on you. So
it's one of those ones like they're asking us to change our terms.
So you're saying I'll meet you on your terms if you sell it to me for 30K?
I mean, it's either you sell it to me extremely cheap and I'll meet you on your terms. If not, if you want me to be near your price, we're gonna need my terms. Like if he needs our help, it's gonna have to be on our accord. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I hear that. Even if he gives us my terms, I don't think I can do this at 65.
So then you guys just tell him that.
Yeah, or close to it. And I'm down. I will. I'll let him know I got to be around like 30 to 40K max. Because maybe we get in there and we can spend 35K and make it rent ready instead of 50K. And we can sell it for 50K roughly. Maybe 55. All right. That's what we're going to do.
all right, let's see how it goes.
All right, James, give me just one more second, sir. I'm just finalizing my numbers, and I'll be right back to you with your offer, okay? And I appreciate your patience. Thank you. I'm gonna do rehab.
You scared? You scared,
Nope.
guys?
Just finalizing my notes.
If you're
Brother, I
scared,
ain't
go to
scared
church.
of nothing. What am I scared of? I just like to have my notes in front of me before I go talking.
I would approach him with the 2 ways to get this deal done type situation. One, I can probably do close to that 65 on terms, and then if not, you want a 14-day close. The cash, I'd need to be significantly lower if you want to hear that number.
Offer him a little seller finance action. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. All right, we'll hit him. We'll see what he's saying. All right, Mr. James, thank you so much for your patience. Are you there with me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Awesome. I appreciate it. So after diving into the neighborhood and kind of taking a look at what similar properties are selling for in the area, I do have a couple of options for you. My first option is going to be just my straight up cash offer option. And I am going to be a little bit lower than what you were asking for the property. But at that price, I do think I could work with your terms as far as the quicker close and everything like that. Either way, if we agree on something, I'm willing to, like I said, send you the document via email so we can review it, make sure you're good with everything in it, and then I can get somebody out to your property so that you can sign a physical document if that's what makes you more comfortable. James, I think I could get closer to your asking price of the $65,000 if we did something. If you could give me terms, basically, I turn you into the bank. You let me make payments to you over an agreed upon time. And if we go that route, I think I can get close to the 65,000. If not, and you're interested in the cash offer, it's just going to be a little bit lower than that. If you're interested in hearing that.
George, I'm only interested in cash. I'm not looking for terms on the property. If I had wanted to sell it that way, I could have probably sold it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I respect that.
I'm not interested in carrying payments on it. I'm looking for cash money.
Okay, cash money in the bank. I hear you. Well, my cash offer, James, is coming in right around 30 to 40,000 cash.
Jordan, I will tell you that 30 to 40,000. I've had some ridiculous offers before that I turned down.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do better than $40,000 on this property. And 30 would be laughable. I don't have to sell it like that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And
probably, like I said, that would be less than half of what I'm asking for it on $30,000. And before I sold it at that, Jordan, this is what I would do. I think I told you earlier.
Yeah.
If I kept the property and I rented it out, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, I'd get $1,000 a month on it.
Yes,
in
sir.
30 months, which is less than 3 years, I'd have the $30,000 back on it.
Yeah.
And if push comes to shove, that's exactly what I'll do. I won't sell it for a ridiculous price. I don't have to.
I hear you. I don't blame you. That math makes perfect sense.
I'm under no pressure. And I do have some other people who are interested in it. Somebody will give me a offer on the property. And I would be interested in those cash prices. I can do better than that.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question, James. I just want to confirm because I'm seeing conflicting information here online. What's the total square footage of the property now that it's a 4-2?
Don't make me lie. I don't know the total square footage on it. All I can do is tell you that it's a large house, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. So it was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath upstairs, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath downstairs with living room and kitchen.
Yes, sir.
One thing I haven't done, and that's research the overall footage on the property. And I guess I probably need to do that. Are you looking at the square footage on the property?
Yeah, I see on one site that it says it's close to 2,000, but then on another it says it's closer to 3,100. And I was just wondering, was there an addition done at some point to add an extra bedroom and bathroom?
Not to my knowledge, sir. I've had the property for many years,
Okay.
and there was, no addition as far as I know has ever been offered to on the property.
Okay.
But you're saying you're looking at something saying it's 2,000 square feet?
Yeah, I'm seeing 2,000 square feet in one place and about 3,100 square feet in another place. So I was just wondering if you knew which one was the accurate number.
Well, that's a 4-bedroom house. It's a large house. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to lie to you. I would think it'd be bigger than 2,000 square feet.
Okay. All right.
I'd be leaning towards the higher number, but I have never.
If it's at 2,000,
most
do you
times
think you could do
when,
50? I could probably go to 50, 55. Would that be something
they
up with
they come out, take a look at it, and they draw their own conclusion along that line. They can see there's a large house, and it's never been an issue as far as the overall square footage. I'll just be totally honest with you. I never researched it, but you could certainly continue to research it, and you might have whoever comes out and take a look at it, draw their own conclusions on the size of it.
Okay. No, we can definitely do that, James. I appreciate you giving me an update on that from your perspective. So, James, I want to ask you, if I come in, obviously it's a cash offer. I'm going to take care of all closing costs. There's going to be no commissions, any additional fees to clear title or anything like that. Get title insurance, I'm going to take care of. And the number we agree on will be net to you in your pocket. What's the best price you could do for me, sir?
I'm asking at 65. I'll come a little bit off of that, Jordan.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna sell it for 40,000. If I sold it for before I sell it for 40,000, I keep it, and like I said, and re-rent it again $1,000 a month in 40 months, which is about 3.5 years. I recoup that much money back on it. I've been a landlord for 30 years, and I could continue being a landlord and rent it out. I know I can get $1,000 a month for it. I'm getting ready to rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $800.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do a giveaway price on it.
No, I understand.
I'm not a motivated seller. If I don't sell it, then I'll definitely go ahead and re-rent it out and continue to do what I've been doing for many years, being a landlord.
Hey, James, listen.
And that's exactly what I do before I lowball the property on it, Jordan.
I respect it. I respect it 100%. James, how would you feel about 45,000 cash?
I tell you what I could do. I'm asking 65 on it. The very best I could do on it, I'd drop 10,000 off of that, and I'll let it go for 65. That'll be about as low as I can go.
Okay. I think we're really close here, and being a man who's done this business for a few years now, I don't like to lose an opportunity over a few $1,000s. If I could come up to, let's say 50,000 cash, I'm covering closing costs and taking care of everything, and that number is net to you in your pocket at closing. Do you think we can make something happen here together?
I split the difference with you, and we go 53.
I appreciate that, sincerely. I do. I think 50 might be the very highest I could do. If I'm at 50, you're at 53. I would hate to not get into a relationship with you and make something happen over $3,000, because at the end of the day, I'd love to take this one off your hands, and then I would love to try to convince you to sell me that 6 unit as well.
You're doing too much talking. Get that 52 out. Keep negotiating.
What do you think about 50? I think if I go talk to my partners and I tell them 53, I don't know if they're going to agree to it. If we said 51, what do you think?
53 sounds better. I talked to my wife about that. I think that would be about the lowest I'd want to go on it. I think we could do business at 53. Okay. Give me just 3 minutes. I got my partner here sitting across from me. I'm going to go talk his ear off. I'm going to go to bat for you. I'm going to see what I can do to make that work, okay? I appreciate you, sir.
No problem. Don't hang up on me. I'm just going to put you on hold. I'll be right back with you, James.
All right, now.
I appreciate it.
Now let's see if we can do 53, guys.
What you think?
If it has a true value of 150 on there, I think you're okay at 53.
No, if ARV is 150, I think 53 works for sure. I ran it at an ARV of 125.
I think in that market over there, I think 50, 53. I mean, you could probably sell it for 63.
I don't think that's ludicrous.
I don't think that's Chris Bridges either.
I think the bridges are Chris, and we're locking it up way too high here. But fuck, I have no
What do the
idea.
cash comps say, shirtless? What do the cash comps say?
I tried to go look at them, but I didn't realize what type of property is this. Is this a single family 3,000 square foot home?
Yeah.
It's a 4-2.
Four
Is it
bed,
4-2
two
or
bath.
4-1?
He said 4-2.
Is it rented?
2-1 upstairs, 2-1 downstairs. It's vacant right now. Been vacant for a year.
But it was a boarding home before that, so I can't imagine it's got to have state to be a boarding home. It had to pass state qualification, so it can't be. I can't imagine it's too messed up unless in a year it just got ran through, which could happen.
Yeah.
So it's a single or a two family?
Single, but could potentially be a 2-family, I suppose. I'm not super familiar with boarding houses and like how all that works, but
I analyzed the house that's there. So there's a single family sold for 125. That was the square footage. There's one that sold for 375, and then 475. What are we missing here? 1 minuto. Sí, por favor.
I'm looking at 3.5. There's one that's across the street a little bit, 1721 Walker. Oh no, that was last year. I thought it said it sold this year. Oh yeah, it says
I'm seeing one. Seeing one right here, 3,000 square foot, 3-bed, 1-bath, built in 1912, much smaller lot, sold in April 1st for 152. So that would justify the 150 ARV.
This isn't like the land the other day. I say you toss it over, get them on the 53, and work it.
Yeah, if it's a 150 ARV, I think I could sell it at like 60.
Well, look at this. Nothing over there on PropStream. There's something that sold for 34, but that's an outlier. There's another 40, but that's at a 1,300 square foot. Everything else that I'm seeing over there is like 66, 81, 100, 100, 90, 100. I can't imagine. The other one that sold for 68 was 1,100 square foot. So even if you're at the 2,000, you still got to have an ARV of 120-ish.
Yeah. 3,000, I think we're closer to 150 for sure.
So I would say do the 53 and work it. That's me. Joey might say 50, we're too high.
52 250.
No, God, don't lose the deal over. Don't lose the deal over splitting hairs.
Even that offer, but then I got to overcome all the other
30-day close. Be like, this is how you do it, bro. You leverage your time with the price. If I can do it this way, I'm gonna wholesale it, and I need it at fucking 53 grand.
Yeah.
Or I need to be able to wholesale it.
All right, James. Thank you for giving me a couple more minutes, sir. Are you still there with me?
There you go. You got it.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
I appreciate you waiting for me. So I'm talking my ear off my partner here, and I think I got him to feel good about the number of 53,000. If you're willing to work with me at that price, and so I can make the 53,000 work cash, cover all closing costs for you. With that being said, if you could give me the 30 days on the agreement, I think we can make something happen here.
That would be a no-go. I think I told you earlier about the bad experience I had with 30 days. It does not take 30 days to close a piece of property. I've sold quite a few pieces now, and I told you about a bad experience I had on a 30-day deal. It doesn't take but a couple of weeks to close. 30 days would be a deal breaker for it. I wouldn't do 30 with nobody.
Let me ask you this. I got two questions in response to that, because I hear you. I know you had a bad experience, and I hate to hear that because, you know, there are some good investors out there who do good business. I like to think of myself as one of those. If you could agree to a 14-day inspection period and we get our inspections done within the first 14 days, could you give me 30 days to close? So we come into our inspections, we're good to move forward, and we close around the 30-day mark.
Okay, what would be the difference? It doesn't. You said something about a how long inspection period?
I could agree to the 14 days inspection period. And basically, like I was telling you earlier, I've done a lot of deals over the past 5 years, and this is just being totally straight up and honest with you. Sometimes it takes longer than 14 days to produce a clear title. I don't know what's going on with this property. I'm not a title company, but I just like to make sure we have that buffer in case the title's not clear on day 14. And then at that point, I have to call you. We have to sign another document that extends the contract and everything like that. If you can give me a 14-day inspection period and a 30-day close, I will do my best to perform on that as quick as I am able to, realistically, as quick as title can perform. But I would feel very much comfortable with the 30 days on the agreement. I'm willing to do the 14-day inspection, and at that time frame, I can agree with you at the $53,000 cash.
Well, I mean, at 53, we can make it work along that, but the deal killer would be the 30 days. I think I told you about my bad experience, and I know I closed on several properties. It doesn't take but a couple of weeks to close.
Ask them.
And when somebody's saying 30 days, that's let me know that they
But if title or anything slows down, do you agree that we can extend it?
And I wouldn't be interested in that at all, Jordan. I really
Well, I
like
would just say I'm giving you 14 days.
know I like
Just need 30 days to close. If I'm past that 14
He already
days,
tried. He already tried, but he didn't go for it.
Property. And I tell them the same thing. I don't want to deal with 30 days. I don't want to take my property off the market for 30 days.
well, you're taking off for 14.
I don't want to do it again. Period.
14.
I hear you. And James, listen, I like you too, man. I think we could really do something here together. I think this phone call has been great, and I really do appreciate all your time and you giving me all the information. I think we're really close here. I think we've agreed on the number, and at this point, we just got to settle on the terms. Would you agree to, on contract, we do the 14 days, but if there's anything that comes up and for any reason title is not clear in the 14 days, then we extend it to the 30 days? Because that's my main concern here is that the title's not ready to perform in 14 days, and then day 15 hits, and then what do we do on that day if that's the situation?
I don't know why the property wouldn't be free and clear. I've owned this property for about 30 years and never had a problem with it. You can check it out. My wife and our name was on the deed.
I would just say you need the financial partners to fucking.
And there should not be a problem with it.
If we end up doing hard money on this,
I would hate to go 30 days on it. But you're saying if
14 days,
everything
I mean, at the end of 14 days, we don't have a closing date set.
that shouldn't be something that would take very
I'll
long.
just make that clear. I think that's.
Yeah, like I said, I've had the title come back in 10 days. I've had the title come back in 35 days. So doing this for as long as I have, I just like to give myself that buffer. And I've got people in the area. Yeah.
What kind of company
I've used a bunch of different title companies. So I've used a bunch of different title companies. Honestly, the experience is different with everyone. And I know you said you do have a title company that you would like us to use, which I'm completely open to. But obviously, from my perspective,
I don't necessarily. On all the properties I've closed, I've had, I've done.
They could just tell them, dude, in 14 days, it's either we get this done or we can't. Like, it's not, we aren't going past 14 days on the inspection. It's just like, so it's like at the end of the day, 14-day inspection, it's either you get it straight or you don't. You know what I mean? Like, I would just tell them that, or make it with the deposit. And in 14 days, we got to post a deposit. If the deposit's not posted, the contract's void. And then that'll guarantee that we're going to be closing on it.
Good gentleman to do some business with, but I don't want to take it off the market.
I hear you.
Let me ask
I know
you
you
this.
said you've spoken with a couple investors.
I'm gonna put me in, coach. Let me get the gloves on.
Can you mute up real quick, Joey?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Sure. No, I hear you. I hear you, James. And like I've said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've got people in the area that are ready to help me make this deal happen. I don't think in 5 years I've ever done a 14-day close. And so I hear you say you like me. I like you too. I'm just trying to figure out how we can come to an agreement here. What's it going to take for you to give me an opportunity to give you a better experience with a 30-day agreement? I'm not going to disappoint you, James. I'm going to take care of you, sir.
And I'm gonna tell you, I do not feel comfortable with the 30-day agreement at all, Jordan. I really don't. I don't feel comfortable with it. I've had a bad
If I
experience with that. I know
close
it
on
doesn't take that
14,
long
we'll
to
do
close
50.
a piece of
If I
property.
don't, we'll do 55.
I've had a bad experience along that line. And every time I know from experience when somebody's asking for that, they're normally trying to wholesale the property.
Yes, sir. And like I told you in the beginning,
I like to do business. I just don't want to deal with the 30 days on it, Jordan.
Jay,
okay, well, let me ask
Joe,
you this. Let me
you got to get a
propose
mentor maybe
this to
help
you.
you work through some of that.
Could we
Wait, say it again,
do
Nelson?
21 business days to close?
Oh.
Why does it take that long? I mean,
I told him to tell him 14 days, we do it for 50 grand. 30 days, we do it for 55.
Fantastically enough time in order to get it taken care of. Never had a problem within that period of time.
We're sticking on the subject too long, but we're going to lose that opportunity.
I just think a 14-day close is ludicrous. I ain't ever closed in 13 days. I've been doing this shit 5 years. I wish I could. Fuck, that's nice. Like Joey gets paid quicker, but normally
I hear
it ain't
you,
happening.
sir. I'm just
Hit him with
I'm
the
just
Jordan.
thinking on how I can make this work.
50 or 55.
If I can close in 14 days, will you agree to 50,000? If it takes me longer than that, we can do 53.
55. That's what he's
Now,
already
you know,
getting.
I already came down almost $15,000 already.
With his food right now, guys.
Feel like the 53 is a
Gave
great
him the
deal for
same
you.
number he's already getting.
Let's do the 53 and go ahead with the 2-week closing. That's a pretty good deal.
53 14-day inspection, and if it's not done in 14 days, I will cancel. How about we do that? Just
I hear you.
like that.
I think
Right now, you got me on the table. Keep in mind, now I got some other people who have shown an interest in the property.
Well, they ain't
And
me.
I like you, Jordan. And I can
But
see
you don't like them. You like me. Exactly.
Don't let it slip away from you. You got a pretty good deal, I think.
I'm not letting nothing slip away from me, brother. But you're about to let 53K.
I'm gonna
That's
keep you at the
actually
table, James, because I like you too, sir. I think I'd love to do business with you. If we can do, listen, the 14 days.
We might do business again and again, Jordan.
That's the goal here, sir. I'm interested in that 6 unit, and I think I'd like to take that off your hands too. So if I can do the 53, you give me 14-day inspection period. If I can't close by day 14, we can discuss on that day. We either shake hands and walk away, or you give me a little bit more time if it's necessary for title or whatever is needed at that time. Could you agree to that?
Then what could possibly come up to delay it after the time period if everything's okay with the title?
That's what I'm mainly concerned about.
That's the main reason why you're going to delay it, right?
Yeah, the title and then the financing. On my end, 14 days is just tight. So I'm willing to work with you on your timeline. Do the 14 days. We'll write it in as an inspection period. And on day 14, if we can close, we can close. If I can get it done, but like, for example, if it's going to take me 17 days or 20 days, but I can get it done for you and I can put the 53 in your pocket, would you not move forward with that? Like in your mind, we agree to 14. I'm like, listen, I can get this done. I'm going to need 3 extra days. Is that a deal killer for you?
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Let me ask you this question.
I'm listening.
What if the title work was done before the agreement was even signed? In clear title, you could see that there was no
we still got to go run it through our title company. But it's not on the title too. It's also on the financing. I feel like I need to get a hard money loan on this, and that could take
babies out of the way before we start doing business and close within a 14-day period of time, 2-week period of time. Could we not go ahead and make sure that we have clear time with no problems along that line before we get to the time when we are ready to do business?
I mean, that idea isn't unreasonable, but in order to get the title work done, we're going to have to present them with a purchase agreement that we've signed. So 14-day inspection.
You gotta have a purchase agreement in order to verify the information regarding whether the property is viable or not. I can do that.
you can do what?
I mean, it probably wouldn't take a whole lot to verify that the title that it belongs to James and Cheryl Crawford,
Sure.
and there's no hiccups with the property.
Let me,
I could check into that myself. Might be something I could do. Probably wouldn't even be very expensive to do.
sure. And that idea isn't ludicrous. And let me propose this to you. If title work's clear in 14 days, I'm getting a hard money loan. My lender says we can get you this. It's going to take me on day
21
17,
days.
the money's available. Is that a deal killer? Can you give me at least 21 days here? I'm trying to meet you in the middle somewhere, but still make it make sense for me so that I can make sure, because I'm not trying to be your second bad experience. I'm trying to change your mind on working with somebody like me. I'm here to take care of you. But
Yes, I tell you the thing is that it doesn't take any more than 14 days to close a piece of property. I mean,
Yeah, if I
would
had straight cash, I
that would
agree
be
with
lost
you.
for me.
But I
Because
don't.
it wouldn't have anything to do with the length of time.
Bro.
Checking out whether the property was buyable or not. Only that you got a clear title. We I could touch base with my closing agency and see and have them verify that the property is viable with no problems, doesn't have any restrictions on it. If that's the major holdup, it doesn't take 21 days to do that.
it has in my
My
experience in the
financing
past.
does.
And
Take
again,
30.
like I'm saying, so the title work can take time, and also there's the issue of my financing. That takes time. Sometimes I can get it in 14 days. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than that. But I would hate to not come to an agreement with you here over just a couple of days. If we've agreed on the price, I'm going to get you that. I'm confident I can get you that. And if you can put a little bit of faith in me, I think we can get it done here. I just need a couple extra days. That's it.
A couple of extra days. Okay, well, 17, you said 17 days. That's a little bit more than a couple of days on it.
Yeah. Can you give me at least 21, James? I'm trying to work with you here. I've never done a 21-day agreement, but I like you. You like me. I feel like we're sitting at the table. We're about to reach across and shake hands. My partner's going to kick me in the pants if I come down to 21 days, but I'm willing to try to make that work if you can work with me on it.
Well, if you came down to the 14-day closing, I guess he really put in your behind.
What's that?
That would be out the question for your partner, wouldn't it?
The 14 days?
14-day closing? If he, yes, sir.
Yeah, the 14 days is just going to be really tough, and I'd hate to enter an agreement in 14 days, and then it's going to take me a few days longer to get my financing approved or the title work approved or whatever might happen, and then day 14 comes around and you're calling me wondering what's going on. So, I mean, I'm willing to go to bat for you, James. I really want 30 days. I'm willing to compromise. Okay, I'm listening.
Is it possible to go ahead and get your financing approved before we start the business transaction? Already have the closing, the financing in place?
No, sir.
That way I don't have to take it off the market.
I need to present the agreement that we have in place to my lender in order to start the process for getting my financing approved. There's really nothing to finance without my equitable interest in the property. So if I could do that in a perfect world, I would love to do it because I'm here to do business with you, James. I feel like we're right there. But yeah, I got to present them with an agreement that I have on the property in order for them to start the application process for the financing.
In order for them to put money aside, because we're doing
Let me ask
multiple
you
houses.
this. If I did something along that line, I would have to have a very nice security deposit down for the closing agency. If it didn't close, that money would become mine.
You might as well just let this
Would
one
that
go,
be
George.
something
I
that's
think
doable
you
for you?
crashed and burned on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I always have my financial partners put down an earnest money deposit. That's something we can work out, sir. If you could give me the 14-day inspection period and 30 days on the contract, I can have a deposit placed with title by day 14. That way, if you're taking it off the market, you have some of my skin in the game at the title company in that regard, so you're not kind of wasting your time, you know?
Yes, I'll tell you the truth, man. I would not do a 30-day close on it. I told you I had a bad experience along that line, and I won't ever do that again. That's a bad experience. And I know I've closed on several properties. It does not take 30 days to close on a piece of property. And like I said, a 2-week closing is normally enough in order to do that. Excuse me 1 second, please, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate you, man. Look, if I need you, I'll give you a call. Okay? Thank you. All right, man. I'm sorry, Jordan. That's one of my maintenance guys. I'm dropping off at the house.
No worries, James. No worries.
Did he hang up on you?
All right, sir. I'm really trying to see what I can do here. I know you're at the table. I'm sitting across from you. We're ready to shake hands. I feel like the issue of the time frame is the only thing holding us back here, and I'm trying to find a way for us to meet somewhere in the middle to make something happen. You've been gracious in working with me on the price.
Jordan, I would tell you, that 30-day close scares me. I've been that route before. I don't want to come nowhere close to it. I've closed several properties. It didn't take any more than a couple of weeks to close on them. It doesn't take a long period of time. It doesn't take 30 days to close on a piece of property. Like I told you earlier, when somebody wants that long to close it, then they shopping the property. They trying to find another buyer.
I hear you.
That's what they're trying to do, and I don't want to go that route on it.
I hear you. And I know you had a bad experience with somebody who gave you 30 days. And I just, being straight up with you, James, I've been doing this for 5 years, and there's a reason I'm still in business today. It's because I do good business and I take care of my people. I'm going to take care of you. I'd like to change your outlook on how this can go. You give me 30 days. I close in 30 days. I put that money in your pocket, and then we can talk on day 31 about that 6 unit. And I'd love to take that one off your hands as well. I'm ready to move on this, and I'll take care of you. I think we're at this impasse where...
I appreciate that, but I'm going to tell you, the 30 days scares me.
I hear that.
I don't want to haul up and go that route again. I've closed on several properties.
Sounds like Nico.
Take anywhere close to 30 days.
I don't know who that is. Nico Bellic?
And that does scare me, and I don't want to go that route on it.
I understand. And I listen, when I have a bad experience with something, I'm hesitant to give that same thing another opportunity, no matter what we're talking about in life. And that's just kind of part of the human experience, right? But, speaking a hypothetical situation, you give me 30 days and I close on that 30 days, maybe a couple days early, we close on day 21, whatever it is, however it happens, and you get the 53 that we've agreed to, are you going to look back at that and say that you regretted giving me that chance, taking a little bit of faith in me?
Let me say this here now. I did tell you, I'm talking to a couple of other investors, and I'll be telling them the same thing I'm telling you as far as the closing component.
Yeah.
And you got a pretty good price on the property.
Agreed.
It's just that time frame. That's what scares me.
I think we're going to get him on the 30, so we got to call him back. We got to do 14 days.
How you doing? Excuse me 1 second, sir. One of my tenants is coming up.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
That's my opinion.
Yeah, he's on mute. I don't know. I mean, this came up in the first 5 minutes of the call, and I knew we'd be here. Honestly,
let me finish this conversation.
I like to think I can overcome things like this, brother. And
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. No worries, James.
Jordan, I'm sorry.
No worries. Busy day for you?
Yes, sir. The whole time I've been talking with you, I've been rolling. I took one of my maintenance guys to the grocery store, and I was talking all to you while he was in there shopping. Now I brought him back to one of my boarding houses, and the lady who just interrupted us is one of my tenants as well.
I got you.
Let me just tell him I need to see if I can get some things lined up, and I can get back with you maybe. I don't know. You can't push this circle through a square peg.
One thing, like I told you, the 30 days scare me. I had a bad experience along that line, and I'm gonna tell you, if we could ended up doing something else all along on it. What time is it now?
Okay.
12:30.
Yep.
I'd say probably 3.
3 o'clock. You guys could do.
Yes.
Okay. Can you just shoot him a text or give him a call really quick just to confirm with him, and then I'll put it in my calendar for 3 o'clock.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Perfect, Jerry. Well, I look forward to getting this done for you.
All right.
You take care, man.
Joey's over there. Joey's closed a whole nother deal and everything in the meantime. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, like, he's just, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know.
$400K owner finance, 0 interest, $3,000 down in Independence, Missouri for a flex space. I didn't know any other way to underwrite it. I was like, look, would you take payments? I didn't even go through the process. I just cut it short. I was like,
Yeah, there you go.
says online it's the county has it at 487. So I'm like, okay, it's cool.
And what'd you get it for?
400K owner
400?
finance.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
360 months.
That's not bad for a flex space.
Have you ever sold a flex space? I haven't.
No, I haven't, but I would like to get into it. It's a guy in Houston that I see on TikTok. He does a lot of those. I'd like to get into it one day.
Guys, Nelson's twice my age, and he be on TikTok more than me, guys.
I really do. I really do, man. I'm on here now live. What do you expect? I'm on here
I
live.
like have a TikTok, but I do not use TikTok for anything at this point.
No, man.
Is Jordan signing the contract with this guy for 12 days, or what's he doing?
No, I think we got off focusing on that 30 days so long. I think you gotta know when to hold him and know when to fold him, like we keep saying.
I would have folded on that guy. 14 days, you're tripping. You're smoking that. You really
I would have started off with, look, I would have put the guy's a reasonable guy. So the way you talk to someone who's reasonable and say, hey, I understand you want the 14 days. I've got to get out there, get an inspection done, get a quote on all the work, get everyone together to see how to do the work. And I've got to get my financing in order. We're doing hard money. So they have to have the money available to lend to me and put in the account. And they have to see closing docs and everything cleared to see that happen. Said, you're expecting me to do that in 14 days. Does that sound like it's something that truly can happen? If we sign today on a Thursday, tomorrow nothing's going to happen. That's already one day I ate up. You're going to count the weekend on me. Nothing's going to happen. How fast can you even get me in the door? So you have to, I think, approach some people in a reasonable, like put it in a logic mind state like they are, instead of just trying to be like, maybe hit the same point over and like, I'll give you a great experience. Not saying that you won't, but I've closed the deal in 7 days. And the way, because my guy that closed them, he has private money. He has multiple houses in the area. He knows the area. He just needed to drive by because he owns other houses in their street, see it. And we already have he has like a lawyer that just is already on go all the time. So yeah, if we get the paperwork over there to them today and they can pull every single thing today and we can deposit the money and show and tell you all these things in confidence, yeah, we can close it in 7 days if everything goes perfect.
If I got my buyer already.
That's what I'm saying. Like I had the buyer already lined up. That's the only way that these things happen. Otherwise, you got to put it in perspective for them.
100%, bro. That's really what it is. And for me, I'm just always like, look, I want to get this done for you, but we gotta make the rules so I can actually win. Like you're making it so that the day I sign this contract with you, I'm already losing.
I'm already behind. And the thing is, like you just said, if you make this contract where I don't win, then you don't win. Yeah. The only way I get paid is if we close. So I'm not,
And it's also, I always say I don't want to stress out everybody involved in the transaction if we don't need to. If there's a legitimate reason other than you just had a bad experience for like you're going in foreclosure, and I'll bring that example up to them. If that's not going down, we're doing it in 30 days. And if you have someone that can do it in 2 weeks, God bless you, go with them. That's not gonna. I know that's not gonna be me. So I gotta. That's what I was telling Jordan. Like, don't be going for like at least 14-day inspection. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Usually not. I mean, I won't do
And
it.
I think we probably could have got there if we would have explained, hey, I'll do 14 days on the inspection, but if money isn't ready or the title isn't back, you agree to extend it, yes or no, and then just leave it there. I think we got winded on there, but that's here nor there. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like you said, you don't want to stress everybody out in the situation, right? What if Becky, who's handling the paperwork at the title company, gets sick for 2 days? So you're saying we can't close because it's going to be 16 days instead of 14. So I think, again, you got to put it in ways that, make sense for them so they can see like, all right.
And I think they just don't realize, especially when we're wholesaling it, we know we're wholesaling it. Like, I want to close in 14 days.
I want to close in 1 day. As soon as you sign this thing, I want to close
today. Like, but it's just like there's what I want and there's what is our reality.
Exactly.
And it's like sometimes you even got to put it like that to them. Like, there's what we have and there's the reality. There's what you want and there's the reality. And we got to make sure both of them fucking happen. But what you want right now is not in reality. So,
and that's what I would have said is like, look, even if I can't get the financing in order because no one can go to their private money lender and just say, hey, give me $50,000. I promise you, I got a good deal here. They want to see everything if they're going to give money. And that's how I put it. Wouldn't you want to see everything on the property before you lend somebody $50,000 to buy it and another $50,000 to fix it up?
Exactly.
He's really pushing my my get off the live time today.
Well, you're gonna get off at 12 today?
Well, it's already 12. It's already 12:40. So I'll get off. I'm gonna get off at 1 because I got a meeting at 1.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here in a few too, bro. Go get my back all fixed up and my neck, whatever the fuck I did at the gym yesterday, bro.
Gotta go get a bacchiotomy.
Dude, a bacchiotomy. That's what fucking my boys have been saying to me for years.
Have you ever seen Half Baked?
No, what is it?
Half Baked with Dave Chappelle. It's older. It's like
I've definitely seen Half Baked. I've definitely seen Half Baked. That's where that shit's from, though. I was
doctor say I need a bacchiotomy.
I might have been baked while I was watching that show. Unfortunately, so that movie. My boy Trippio literally calls me Joey Bacchiotomy. He's my back. I have a fucked up lower back, and it's just always hurting.
My best friend, I don't know if he's still in here, Joe Jett. He joined the live, and he's got the biggest back in the world. He's like a professional bodybuilder looking type guy. I wish I had his back.
I wish I had his back.
I've known him he's been my best friend since the 3rd grade. And now he's texting me.
Yo, Rita said Trippy from Camden. Yeah, bro, Trippy from Camden, bro. we gotta do a live with Trippy and Rita. That's all I know.
We need to have Rita come on here. I want to know because I don't know is it a guy or a girl, first of all?
Rita's a guy.
Rita's a guy. All right, I need to have Rita come on here so they can tell me what's been going on with them because I know they're signed up with Newleey. I want to hear their experience.
Yeah, bro, he's in the community too. Nelson, we got to get you in the community call too. We got to figure that out.
Let's do it, brother.
I've been slacking for like 3 weeks on this.
I'm ready whenever you are, man. I'm telling you, we got to get everything lined up because once summer hits, I'm free. I'm able to do this daily without taking a day off. And like I said, I want to just put some money behind ads and just run ads, like letting them know every day we're live at this time.
We here. We ain't going anywhere. Is Jordan signing this fucking contract right now for a 14-day close?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably about to hop off here just so I can. I've got the kids here after a certain time, so it's like I gotta run and take care of some stuff, then have a meeting, and then as soon as the meeting's over, I'm back on daddy duty.
Nah, I feel you, bro. Well, go do your thing, bro. We're probably only gonna be here a couple more minutes. We gotta get some more. I got a call in like an hour or two. I'm gonna walk that lady up, but probably both of her houses. Definitely the one that is not squatter occupied. That one, I needed 10 grand cheaper, and we're in the green. And then the other one, I think we needed like 20 grand cheaper, and we're actually really good.
Did you the seller finance one? Are you sending out that contract?
Yeah, I got. So I'm basically we got a call at 3, so that could be two,
Oh, okay,
three
okay.
contracts today.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna hop off here, brother. I know Jordan's working his magic. I know he's working the gold. He's probably locking it up. Let me know at the end of the day what you get locked up, and I'll update the numbers and I'll put the post out on IG.
I got you, bro.
All right, my man. You take care.
You too, my brother.
All right.
Peace. Jordan, you better make yourself locking up that terrible contract.
I can discuss it with my wife, and we'll go from there on it.
All right. Well, James, I will give you a call tomorrow at noon. Talk with your wife. We'll do the 14-day inspection period. And like I said, yeah, if you need some proof that we can perform on that day, I have no problem showing you proof of funds. We'll get a deposit put down, and we'll get this thing closed out for you.
All right, so let me discuss that with my wife, please, sir. I'm not with her now, and I just let out one of my maintenance guys in one of my investment properties.
Okay.
Let me discuss that with her. Call me back tomorrow, and I'll let you know definitely what we get this set or not. Okay.
All right, James. You go talk to your better half. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You be safe today.
You too, James. Drive safe out there. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right, sir.
Bye-bye.
So what happened there?
All right. So I know I'm getting
Flamed?
flamed. Yeah, we'll say flamed by you, by Nelson, by the commenters watching. And listen, I get it. I will tell you this, brother. I'll tell you this. I knew within the first 5 minutes of this phone call that was probably going to be my biggest hurdle, was the time frame. He said straight out the gate, I'm not doing anything more than 14 days. Period. He said, I had a bad experience, not doing it. So I knew I was going to have to overcome that. So we got to an agreement in price. All the other terms are figured out. And so where we left off, he wants me to call him tomorrow at noon. He's going to talk to his wife, do a 14-day inspection period. Basically, if I could provide proof of funds and we put down an earnest money deposit, I think I can get 21 to 30 days to close with those two stipulations. So I think that's the best that it's going to get with this guy. You know what I mean? And so I'm just over here trying to figure out if we try to work with those parameters.
So you want Joey coach or do you want Joey the closer?
Hit me with both, brother. We got time.
All right. So I think where you fucked up with this guy was obviously like, all right, we get it. You got fucked over by another wholesaler, right? And it's like you kept going in one direction with like, no, just give me 14 days and then give me 30-day close. 14 days, 30-day close. And it was like it almost got to a point where you're like beating a dead horse. And when that happens, this isn't just for you, this is for everyone listening. You got to go in a different angle. Because the angle that you're going with, it's like, dude, he heard you. He's not budging that way. That doesn't mean he won't budge off the 14 days. It just means you have to figure out a different angle to hit him with that's going to make him move. And what I think it is like, it really might have just been being straight up with him, being, look, brother, I got financial partners that got to fund my deals. That's how I work. I understand you had a terrible experience with a wholesaler, but that's neither here nor there. Is there a reason, like other than you had a shitty experience, is there a reason that if this isn't closed in 14 days, like you're going into foreclosure, something bad is going to happen? And then he'll be like, no. Okay, perfect. So with that being said, in day 14, I'm either going to tell you, yes, I'm buying this property. We're going to have to figure out a different price because I can't get this done, or I'm going to cancel.
Yeah.
Like, we're not pushing this past 14 days. And if you don't have at least 14 days to make this work, then and you got someone that's ready to close in 14 days, go with them. But if you want to work with me and we're actually going to get this done, we got to work together to get this done. And you want a 14-day close, that's putting stress on everybody involved in the transaction that doesn't need to be stressed out. Unless there's a legitimate reason, like financial, something's going down, someone's dying, like something really serious is going on, then we're going to close on this in 30 days with a 14-day inspection.
No, honestly, when I muted, that's exactly what I did. I just wanted to let the people stop hearing me ramble on with this guy. But I told him straight up, I was like, listen, he kept saying, I'm not going to work with a wholesaler. I'm not going to work with a wholesaler. And I said, listen, I'll just be transparent with you at this point, James. Like, we be knowing each other now. We like each other. I'm a wholesale this property. And if I wholesale this property, but I can get you the number that we've agreed upon, what's the issue? And then he started kind of backpedaling a little bit. And then he started giving me propositions as to maybe we do the 14-day inspection period. And like I said, he's like, maybe we close in 21 days. And I don't want to do 21 days, bro. I need 30 days. But if I can at least get the 14-day inspection period, that
The
allows
rest
me to
you can
enter
work
into a
out.
relationship with him. And then we get the inspections done. I get somebody who wants to buy it. I say, listen, here's proof of funds. We'll put down an EMD, but we're going to close on day 25. I think I can convince him at that time once we can prove that we can perform for it. You know, like the money's sitting here in the lender's account. We're ready to wire the funds to you, but I'm going to need like 4 more days. I don't think he's going to turn me away at that point. And so I did. I got real with him, told him what's up, told him what I'm planning on doing, and only wants to talk tomorrow after he talks to his wife. So I feel like I didn't all the way overcome the hurdle, but we got somewhere. And he didn't bang the line on me. And so it's still in play. I think we lock him up at 53 with a 14-day inspection tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So I think the lesson there, guys, is when you're in a stalemate, you got to try a different angle. That's the only way to
Yeah.
get out of a stalemate, and that's where you guys were here. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, if you're here, then you might got to come around here to get fucking where you need him to, and that's all it is, bro. But I think that's what it is, bro. When you have someone that is like, I'm not dealing with the wholesaler. No. Fuck you guys. Ask them why. Tell them you're a wholesaler. Tell them this is how you got into real estate. This is what you do. You're very serious about what you do, and you're not here to fuck people over. But it's like, if your only concern is that, and I would even ask him, I'd be like, well, what was this guy's name? Johnny,
James.
let me ask James. Let me ask you this. Where did they have the price at? Probably was 65K. Well, that's why they didn't get this done, because they locked it up too high. The only reason I can't get this done for you is if 53K is going to be too high. And I'll know that within the next 2 weeks when I go and talk to my finance guys, I go talk to my partners, investors in the area, realtors, everything. I'm going to know. But if it's worth 53K, we'll close. We can do this in 30 days for you. Give me 14 days to figure it out, whatever, and then move on from there. But I think that's what it is. I think he was so focused on the close, because I think what it was we weren't addressing the issue. The issue was, he said he doesn't want 30 days wasted. He said, I'm cool with you wasting 14 days. I just don't want you wasting 30. So it's like, cool. So give me the 14 days. And at the end of those 14 days, if I don't have it done, you're going to know, and we're going to cancel. And that's it. And I think that would have probably got him out of the stalemate versus like kept trying to fight for the 30. It's like, no, dude, just 14 days is all I need. Because that's all you're fighting for right there.
No, I think that's where we ended the conversation, honestly. I was like, listen, I'm a wholesaler. I've been doing this 5 years, and there's a reason for that. It's because I take care of my people. And if you can give me a 14-day inspection period, we can discuss on day 14 whether or not I'm ready to move forward and close on this, or you want to go your separate way and explore your options with other investors. And he said, let me talk to my wife about it, see if she'll agree to that. And yeah, I think I can get us 14 days, and we'll know if on day 14 we have a conversation. Here's proof of funds. Here's an earnest money deposit. We're ready to close on this. It's going to take us another week to deploy the funds. I think he agrees to that. So I should have probably left myself unmuted, but I feel like the people were getting sick of it, brother, because that dude was talking in circles. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta see, that's the content we need, bro. People gotta see how you dig yourself out of a situation like that. That's the masterfulness right there.
Yeah.
Jordan got soft on us today, guys. It's the theme of the week.
I just didn't want to bore the people. It was a long call. I looked down and I saw like 1 hour and 7 minutes, and I was like, holy shit, I've been on this call for a long time, bro. But I'll tell you this. I bet you I'll lock him up tomorrow. So we'll make it happen.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. I gotta get out of here. So I got a couple calls to make, and I gotta go get my back tweaked up to fucking fix this.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow you're gonna be good until 11 something?
Let me see here. Tomorrow I gotta go to a softball tournament, but just to be real, I don't think my girl's gonna be playing. Oh shit! First game is at 8:30. I'm gonna probably just be in the whip to making calls. I'll come on with you for a little bit.
Let's get it. Let's get it. You know what we got to leave everybody with?
A little soapbox.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I got something that's pretty good. Just reading another chapter in The Untethered Soul. And I was talking to my team this morning. I was like, bro, I feel like books be coming into my life exactly when they're meant to. And like I start reading a book and I'm going through something, whether it's personally or in business, which right now it's kind of both. And I read this chapter and I'm like, damn, it's like this author just came out the book and was like, listen, I know you're going through some shit. Let me preach to you. And he was talking about fear. He was talking about fear and how fear is perceived and what we need to do with fear. And whether it's in business or personally, you're scared to do something, you're feeling fear about a decision, or you're feeling fear about coming on a live with Joey Bibbo for 90 days and trying to make some amazing shit happen. Instead of getting into that emotion and diving into it and then letting your brain go crazy with all the outcomes that could happen, you just got to acknowledge the fear, you got to release the fear, and you got to move on and you got to do that thing, whether that's doing a live, having a conversation with a loved one, talking to a peer, getting up on stage, whatever it may be that you're feeling fear about. You just got to release that shit, because the longer you hold on to the fear, the longer you're going to stay stuck, or paralyzed, analysis paralysis, some people call it, and you're not going to be able to make the right decision for yourself and what's going to help you grow. So let the fear go, my friends, and move on from it. Do the thing.
Let's get it. Do the thing, guys. I'll leave you guys with this, and this kind of is on the same topic of what I was just talking about with Jordan. When you guys are in a situation and things are not working out, you have a seller on the phone and you're at a stalemate. You are calling for months on end and you don't have a contract. Whatever the situation is where it's just you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and you're not getting the results that you need to make a change. Whether it's going a different angle on a negotiation, finding a different angle to go with, whether it's fixing something in your sales process, whether it's changing the seat that you're in because maybe you're not in the right seat, you got to make a change when things aren't going your way. That's just what you got to do. And when you make that change, that is when things are going to happen. So it doesn't mean like you start wholesaling and you do it for 3 months and wholesaling just doesn't work out and you're like, I'm going to go try insurance now. No. It means there's something that you've been doing that hasn't worked, or something you haven't been doing that you need to start doing that will make the things work. And when you make that change, that's when everything comes together. So just make sure you guys are conscious of this. And if you're in a stalemate in life, you're in a stalemate in a situation, find another angle to hit it from, and it's going to start working, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good shit today, Jordan. Let's get some fucking contracts locked up before this day's over and this week strong. Everybody go have a good rest of your day, a good end of your week, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace the fuck out, guys.
Later, y'all. Peace.